Hello everyone, welcome to this video of Study the Bible with me. My name's Michael and my lovely wife Sharon is back there running the operating the camera.
I'm operating the camera. I'm the camera girl. And I am glad that you are joining us on this video.
Let me start off by saying thank you to all the subscribers and all of you that put a like, and there's even been quite a few shares. That really means a lot to me. It's a great bit of encouragement.
It is encouraging, isn't it, Michael?
Absolutely. All right. Well, today I want to talk to you about a good case of heartburn.
Oh no.
Yeah, who's ever heard of a good case of heartburn? But there actually is a good case of heartburn in the Bible, and we can find that in Luke chapter 24. Luke chapter 24, and let me actually read the verse to you. We'll go back and cover some ground before that. 24, verse 32. And they said one to another, "Did not our heart burn within us while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scriptures?" Now you probably recognize this is from the passage of the road to Emmaus. Two of the disciples, one of them being Cleopas, the other one most likely was his wife, were walking from Jerusalem to Emmaus. It's a little town about 6.5, 7 miles outside of Jerusalem. And as they were walking and talking about the events of the day, a stranger walked up and joined them and said, "Why are you so downhearted? Why are you sad?" And they were astonished. They looked at him and said, "Well, are you some kind of stranger in town that you don't know what's been going on for the past few days?" And they went ahead and explained to him about how Jesus had been taken by the Romans under the guidance of the Jewish religious leaders. He had been given a false trial, condemned to death, and executed in the eyes of Rome. And the Jewish leaders thought, this is the end of our problem. And as they said further on in their walk, they said, all this has happened, and this is now the third day, emphasizing the fact that he's dead, he's gone. And they said that we trusted that it had been he, Jesus, which should have redeemed Israel. The word trusted there means they had all their hopes pinned on that. And they weren't wrong, but they were off in a wrong direction. Yes, he did redeem Israel. It was just not the way that they had expected. And then goes on to say, in verse 25, Jesus speaks, although they don't know it's Jesus yet. He said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart, to believe all that the prophets had spoken. Ought not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? Now, he didn't really mean fools, as we would say, call somebody an idiot. He's just saying, what is wrong with you? Have you not studied the scriptures? As it says in verse 27, beginning at Moses and all the prophets. I like the way Luke includes that word. Not just the prophets, but all the prophets. He expounded unto them all the scriptures and things concerning himself. It goes on to say that as they got close to the town of Emmaus, he acted as if he was going to go on, keep walking, go further. And they constrained him. They said, no, stay with us. It's almost nighttime. Come and have dinner with us. So he did. Verse 30, and it came to pass as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and broke and gave to them. Their eyes were opened and they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight. Now in the Greek it says that he actually he was more or less erased. He just dissipated, just dissolved into thin air. And then the next verse says, and they said one to another, did not our heart burn within us while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scriptures? Now, Lord gave me a thought on that. He will walk with you. And then sometimes you think, oh, he's gone. But look at the way he walks with you. He walks with you and he expounds the scriptures. He brings all things to your remembrance. That's the work of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit and Jesus and the Father are of all one substance. It's a mystery that the church can't quite fully explain, but that's why the church is built on faith. We accept that. So he expounded to them the scriptures. Jesus will open up the scriptures to you. He will bring things to your remembrance. And then it seems like he's gone, because he expects you to walk on in faith from that point on. Now, I found an interesting quote here in the pulpit commentary, a favorite of mine. And it says that Chrysostom, these are the early church fathers from the early hundreds of the church. Chrysostom, Augustine, there's a word, a name I hadn't run across before, Theophylactus, and Beza, the reformer, all affirm that this meal was the sacrament. It taught men generally even more plainly than did the first sacrament with the 12 about the solemn breaking of bread, that the church would recognize their master's presence. That's why the importance of communion. You're supposed to take bread, you're supposed to break it to emphasize and to display the brokenness of his body. But once it's broken, then it passes to everyone and all can join in. Well, like I say, I hope these words really come to your attention and draw you closer to Christ. And sometimes a good case of heartburn is not a bad thing. I love the way it's phrased. Did not our heart burn within us? And the important thing to see here is that it was Cleopas and another person, probably his wife. And they didn't use the word hearts. They used the word heart, singular, that their hearts were together. They were in fellowship with Jesus and with each other.
Okay, now when you are talking about Cleopas, you are referring to Peter.
No.
No?
No. That has been taught, but that's not really his name.
I just got all messed up there.
No, there's been a lot of teaching that says that that was Peter, but it is not. Because if you go on to verse 33, it says, and they rose up the same hour. They didn't waste a minute and returned to Jerusalem. Now that's about another 6.5, 7 miles back after they had just walked this way. And they found the 11 gathered together, and them that were with them. And actually it reads correctly that the 11 and the others that were with them in that room said, the Lord is risen indeed and has appeared to Simon. So if he had, if this was Simon, it would have said the other disciples.
Simon is Peter.
Simon is Peter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not
Peter
Cleophas.
has the name of Simon, and Peter also has the name of Cleopas.
You got me on that. It's something very close, but it's not this person here. Anyway, I wish you a good case of heartburn. And I think we all could use a good case of heartburn in this instance. Let our hearts burn to know more, to search deeper, to find a closer and deeper meaning and walk with Jesus Christ.
Right, Michael, that sounds like a good case of heartburn that I would love to have.
All right, everyone. We hope this has been a blessing to you. I was going to say, I hope you enjoyed it, but no, I hope it's a blessing to you and helps you spiritually.
Right. And I hope you guys are staying cool. It is around 100 degrees in this area. We were close to 100, but it's over 100 with the heat index.
Right. It's about 110 with the heat index.
Yeah, it is hot. But the 4th of July is Saturday, and we are wishing and hoping that you will be blessed and enjoy yourself over the 4th. And take care of yourself.
And your pets.
And your pets. Think of the little fur babies. Take care of them through this heat wave. All right, everybody.
Let me throw in one more thing.
Okay.
Since the 4th is coming in just a couple of days, remember to pray for your country. Remember to pray for your country and pray for your president, whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
That is the person that God has allowed to be in office. And God will use who he can.
Yeah.
And we may not like it. God used Pharaoh in a way that the Hebrews did not like. But God used Pharaoh. And God can use our president in ways that will really amaze us. So pray for our country, pray for our president. All right. We will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.